Hi everyone, it's Rob here from the Homestead. I did a quick short on it, but I got an ARE cap for the truck. And we were kind of torn between getting a tonneau cover or getting a cap. We've done both in the past, and both has their pluses and minuses. But for us right now, I think the cap is kind of the way to go for us at this point for a bunch of different reasons that I won't get into, but that's not what this video is about. So yesterday I picked this up and I had all the intentions of the world of just putting it into the dump trailer, and because they weren't going to be able to put it on until like a month and a half from now. They're just so busy with it's plow season, and a lot of these places that sell caps sell plows up here. So I told him I'd do the install, but when we went to pick it up with the trailer, didn't think about it. It just barely fit into the bed of the trailer, and it was so close on both sides. We didn't want to risk scratching it up. I said, let's just set it on. I'll clamp it down, and then tomorrow I'll lift it up. I'll put the foam under it. Well, today's tomorrow, and that's what I'm going to do today. It looks great. It's everything I thought it was, and probably a little bit more. And like I said, I've had ARE caps in the past. I had one on my 2013 Tundra. And the big difference between this one and that one, and I think they were about the same model, probably a different name now, but it doesn't matter. I noticed the handle's a little bit smaller on this, which is good and bad, and I was curious about that originally, but I'll show you why it's so small. This is not the tailgate. That's like a little cover, and you can see that goes over the top of the tailgate, which I thought was kind of clever. But that's why that handle is so small, and it seems to work fine. We'll see when it's 20 below zero and icy cold and see how it works. Nothing works well then, but that'll be the real test. So today I'm gonna unbolt it, I'm gonna lift it up, I'm gonna get that foam between the truck and the cap, and we'll see how that goes. I've got a couple of ideas how I'm gonna lift that up, but you never know until you start doing it on how it's going to do. The last thing I could do is just build some blocking for the tractor and the forks and lift it up with that. But I don't want to do that because you risk a lot of things when you take it out of your hands and put it into the tractor. A lot easier to break stuff, and I don't want to break this. And I'll get this out of the way real quick. We paid around $2,300 for the cap. I thought that was a really good deal. I've had friends that have bought caps similar to this, and they're into it for over $3,000. So I bought this down in Royalton, Vermont. I think it's Big Tex Trailer Sales. They do trailers and snow plows and ARE caps. So if that's what you were looking for, that's what it is. And I have got to unbolt it, lift it up, put the foam under, and probably not going to do it today because I do have to work today, is wiring in the third light up on top, and I think that'll be the hardest part for me, just getting that figured out. It does come with a harness that plugs in, so it's not going to be like I did on the last one where you had to, cut wiring and, wire it in, which is kind of a pain in the ass, and it this way just seems a lot better, not quite so farmerish. No offense to farmers, you guys do an awesome job and you make it work. So here we go. So these clamps, this is a 9/16 that holds this top clamp on, and the hex bolt that holds the clamp onto the truck is like 4mm or something like that. Let me take a look. I think it says here 1/4 inch. So it's a 1/4 inch Allen screw that holds that block into the Toyota track, and that was a special kit for Toyota with the track. So I'm just gonna pop this top one off. Let's see. It's about, I don't know, maybe 15 degrees and the wind is blowing. It's kind of nice in the truck here, but it's still pretty cold. So that, there's like a little clamp pad on the top there. You can see that little pad that the clamp clamps onto. So you just line up this in the track with that there. And that's how it's held down with 4 of these, 2 in front, 2 in back. Pretty simple. And then this is the wiring over here for that third light that I'm just not going to get to today. This is a pretty basic cap. There's no liner in it. It's got the window with the slide and the screen in there, which is all I really need. I guess if I was going to do it again, I might spring for the sliding rear window, but I didn't on this one because I never used it on the last one. So there you go. I am going to get the rest of these unclamped, and then I'm gonna lift this up. So I'll get back to you here in a minute. All right, so I've got the front of the cap up, and I am going to just cut this to length, and I'm gonna try and feed it through without it sticking, and I'm gonna try and get it. It's a lot of trying here. Let me turn you up a little bit here. So first thing I'm going to do is just cut it. This is my life. If you haven't noticed with my videos, I go through life just winging it. Figure stuff out. You know, if you don't, you'll never figure anything out. So just do it. Sometimes I'll ask friends that I know does something that I need to do, and try and get as much information from them as I can. But I hate bothering people. So a lot of the times I'll just try and do it. Sometimes I screw it up and sometimes it comes out, but I always learn from it. You know, just try stuff. If you don't think you can do it, try it. Ask someone. That's what I do. We'll see if this works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll do something different. you what, that's some sticky stuff. It's pretty cold out and it's still sticking good. That's pretty close. I'm going to just cut off a little piece and put it on this corner here. Alright, there's the front. Now what I'm going to do with the sides is I'm going to do it in 2 sections on both sides. So I'm going to do the first section as far as I can go. I can probably go to right about there. Nice straight cut here. That one. So some of you might say, oh, I can't believe you drove it yesterday with no foam under there. I think one of the nice things about this Toyota is it's got this plastic cap, or it's a composite bed, I guess. And I wasn't going to scratch any paint, so I wasn't too concerned about it, to tell you the truth. That's good. Oh, where'd my scissors go? Probably right underneath me. There they are. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this last section to length, and then I'm going to get Midge out here to give me a hand doing this last little piece. So while I prep for that, I'll let you see what I've done so far. So there it is, all the way around to about there. Now I've got to just lift up this back and get that last little section there done on both sides. And I think that's going to be the most challenging part of this whole process. And then just get it back down and clamp it on. And we'll be done with that, and then we have wiring to do. So I'm going to shut you off for a minute. I'm going to prep for this one, and we'll go from there. Sorry about that. I thought I'd press play earlier and I'd just taken a picture. So it happens. The GoPro life. But we lifted the back end up and we got the rest of that in and got it set down, and I've clamped in all three. Gonna do this one now, and it's pretty much done for me today because I do have a job that I have to go to. So I'll let you watch this one, and then we'll talk about it a little bit, what I did right and what I did wrong, because there was definitely rights and wrongs today, and you guys probably already know what it is, but it's not a huge deal. So I'm gonna just put this back on. So I went around and I just straightened everything up and got it exactly how I wanted it before I started folding it back down. And in a couple of days I'll come back and I'll check and make sure these are all still relatively tight. I don't want to overdo it because it is fiberglass. And that's it. It's probably, once I started this morning, it was probably 45 minutes or so. So not too bad. Anyways, let me get out of the back of this truck. My knees are killing me. I'm old. So when I put the foam on, I put it sticky side down to the truck, and that's probably not the right way to do it. When I take it off next summer, I'll peel all that foam off the rails of the truck, and then when I put it on next fall, I'll put the foam back on to the cap before I put it on. You know, although I think about it, and with my red Tundra, it had the cap, and I'd take that cap off, and the foam really didn't hold up, and I ended up putting new foam on anyways, so really, I don't think it matters. Most people are going to put a cap on and they're going to leave it on. I probably won't do that because I use the truck bed in the summertime. So yeah. I believe this is probably one of the first 22 Tundras to have an ARE cap on it. I ordered it almost as soon as they came out. You know, and that was, I don't know, in August or September. I can't remember. And here it is. I picked it up the first week in December. I'm sure there's people that got them before me, but I like it. I had been waiting for it. I was I was checking their website every week to see if they had it come in, and they finally did. I ordered it, and you know, it's pretty bare bones, but it's perfect for what I need it for. I doubt that we're ever going to go camping in this. It's just to keep the weather out. We go over to Costco and we bring the truck. We can have the coolers back here. Costco is a good 2 hours away from here. So, and that's our big journeys, you know, and if we do go up into the Great North Woods of New Hampshire, we have this to put all our stuff in, and I think it suits us better than the tonneau. And like I said, I've had the tonneau and I've had this, and this just suits me. A lot of people will have the tonneau. A lot of people won't have anything on the back of their truck, and it's all dependent on what your needs are. So anyways, I hope this was helpful. When I do the wiring for that third light, I'll try and record that. But to tell you the truth, I get focused on what I'm doing and not recording. I'm not a very good YouTuber. But I try, and hopefully there's some stuff out there that can help people. When I originally started the channel, it was more for friends and family to see what was going on around here when I'm building the house, and You know, and I've done some other stuff besides house building and sawmilling and tractor work. And we've had the Jeep Gladiator, and I have my little Jeep TJ that we go out in. So it's just little things that I do on a day-to-day basis. It's not one specific channel. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful, and have a great day.